Good morning. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Rishab and I'm currently studying RV College of Engineering. Today, I'd like to give a presentation on tinning. First of all, let's talk about metal coatings. Why do we coat a metal? When a naked metal comes in contact with the atmosphere, it undergoes oxidation to form its respective oxide. And this process is called corrosion. And to prevent corrosion, we coat metals. Metal coatings are applied in order to protect the metal and reduce its wear and tear. An unprotected metal will corrode, and even by coating the metal, we can only slow the corrosion. There is an entire branch of engineering called corrosion engineering dedicated to this field of study. Here are a couple of coated metals. There are many metals that can be used in coating, like zinc, aluminium, or today I would like to talk about tin. The process of coating a metal with tin is called tinning. Mostly wrought iron and steel are tinned. The main application, as previously said, was to prevent the corrosion of the metal. But there is another reason why tin plating is done, and this is to prevent fraying or unraveling at the end of stranded wires. This product here is called a tin plate. Nowadays, there are two methods by which tinning is achieved, mainly hot dipping and electroplating. In hot dipping, first the metal undergoes cold rolling, which increases its strength via strain hardening. But the main reason we do cold rolling is to ensure that the metal to be coated is of uniform thickness. The next process is pickling. Pickling removes any scale or any other impurities accumulated on the surface of the metal by treating it with a solution called pickle liquor that is mainly made of sulfuric acid. The final process to be done before coating is called annealing. Annealing removes strain hardening by heating the metal just above its recrystallization temperature and then cooling it for a suitable amount of time. The coated metal is then the metal to be coated is then coated with a thin layer of tin. The entire hot dipping process is carried out in strip mills. However, hot dipping is not used much anymore. This is a simple diagrammatic process of the tinning, of hot dipping by tinning, of tinning by hot dipping. The most commonly used method is electroplating. The process of electroplating is explained in detail in the next slide. In electroplating, the item to be coated is placed in a solution of tin salts. The item is then connected to an electrical circuit where the metal to be coated acts as a cathode and another metal of the same type acts as the anode. When a current is passed through the metal ions in the solution gets attracted to the item and thus the item will get electroplated. The electroplated metal is then briefly heated at a temperature just above the melting point of tin in order to provide a smooth and shiny surface. This is the most commonly used form of tinning and is sometimes also called tin plating. Nowadays, tin plated steel is further electroplated with a thin layer of chromium in order to prevent dulling. The major application of tinning is in the food and beverage industry. Tin is non-toxic and approved by the FDA to be used in food cans. Earlier, tin lead cans were used, but they could lead to lead poisoning. Nowadays, tin plate steel cans are used. All thumbs up in Coca-Cola cans you see are tin plate steel cans. There are solders made of tin lead, tin antimony, and tin zinc, like this. There are many cooking utensils that are coated with tin on the inside because tin is non-toxic and food cooked in the utensils are safe for consumption. As mentioned previously, coating with tin prevents rusting in metals like iron and mainly wrought iron and steel. They are also applied at the ends of stranded wires in order to prevent them from being oxidized and frayed. Here are a few reasons why tin is preferred as a coating. It is preferred because it is cheap and easily available. Even the entire process of tinning is economical compared to other metals. Tin can protect iron and steel from oxidation. It also has excellent solidarity. Tin Coating with tin produces a shiny, lustrous look, which is preferable in cans. Tin is not toxic to us and can be safely used in food packaging items. It has been approved by the FDA to be used in food and beverage industry. There are three main issues with tin plating. The first is called tin whiskers. During the plating process, there are small microscopic projections formed on the surface. They aren't normally a problem because they are very small. But when electronic components are tin plated, these tin whiskers can cause it to short circuit. However, this issue is far less prevalent if a tin lead alloy is used instead. It is incredibly hard to achieve a uniform coating of tin while electroplating, especially in sharp corners. There will be a larger deposition of tin on the corners of the metal. While the solidarity of tin was mentioned as an advantage, the solidarity of tin also diminishes considerably with time. Due to these issues mentioned, tin is unsuitable for many applications. That's why we have developed a few alternatives. I'm going to mention two of them here in this slide. The first alternative is called a turn plate, and it is quite similar to tin plates. But instead of tin, an alloy of tin and lead is coated on the metal instead. Turn plates have replaced tin plates in electronic components and in many roofing purposes. Earlier, almost all iron steel products were coated with tin but have since been replaced by zinc. The process of coating zinc on a metal is called galvanization. Zinc protects iron electrolytically. That is, zinc oxidizes first and turns into a watery powder called zinc oxide. However, zinc has not replaced tin in food cans and beverages due to its toxicity. Tin is not toxic and has been approved by the FDA for the package of food products. And for the foreseeable future, there are no alternatives to replace tin in food cans. Thank you.